global news update on top accolade news. The headlines: South Korea to hold presidential election on June 3rd. Israel Supreme Court hears Netanyahu's bid to dismiss Shin Bet chief. Prince Harry in court over security dispute with UK government. China responds strongly to Trump's threat of 50% tariff increase. In politics, South Korea to hold presidential election on June 3rd. South Korea will hold a presidential election on June 3rd following the impeachment of President Yoon Suk Yeol by the country's constitutional court. Yoon, who declared martial law in December, was removed from office after the court upheld his impeachment on April 4, triggering a snap election. Acting President Han Duck-seo announced the election date, emphasizing the need for the nation to heal and move forward. Political tensions remain high, with South Korea facing ongoing economic challenges, including a looming 25% tariff on exports to the U.S. as a result of U.S. trade policies. Still in politics, Israel's Supreme Court hears Netanyahu bid to dismiss Shin Bet chief. Israel's Supreme Court began a hearing on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's controversial move to dismiss Shin Bet head Ronen Bar, with protesters causing a scene in the courtroom. Netanyahu's attempt to remove Bar followed the October 2023 mass attack, with the Prime Minister citing a loss of confidence in Bar over the agency's failure to prevent the assault. However, the move has sparked backlash, with critics suggesting it's linked to a corruption investigation involving Netanyahu's aide and Qatar. During the hearing, protests erupted, forcing the judges to clear the courtroom as tensions rise over the political divisions that have deepened amid the ongoing Gaza conflict. Moving on in politics, Prince Harry in court over security dispute with UK government. Prince Harry made a rare public appearance at London's Royal Court of Justice on Tuesday, where he's challenging the UK government's decision to deny him automatic police security while in Britain. The Duke of Sussex is seeking to overturn a 2020 ruling by the Home Office that ended his personal security following his decision to step back from royal duties. Despite a previous ruling in the High Court siding with the government, the Court of Appeal has agreed to hear Harry's case. This legal battle comes amid ongoing tensions with his family and a public dispute with the CEO of his charity, adding to the challenges the prince has faced since moving to the US. Shifting focus to economy, China responds strongly to Trump's threat of 50% tariff increase. In response to US President Donald Trump's latest threat of imposing a 50% tariff on Chinese imports, China vowed to fight till the end. The Chinese Commerce Ministry expressed firm opposition to the proposed escalation, calling it a unilateral bullying tactic and warning of countermeasures to safeguard its rights. Beijing argued that the tariffs were unjust and highlighted that its actions were in defense of its sovereignty, security, and development interests. Trump's latest tariff proposal comes on top of previously imposed levies, and tensions between the two economic giants continue to escalate, adding uncertainty to global markets. You are watching the global news update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. In international relations, US and Iran set for indirect talks in Oman. Iran's foreign minister confirmed that the US and Iran will meet for indirect high-level talks in Oman this Saturday, despite President Donald Trump's announcement of direct talks. The meeting comes amid escalating tensions over Iran's nuclear program, with both sides at odds over sanctions and military threats. While Trump has warned of potential military action if no deal is reached, Iran maintains that negotiations must not be driven by economic pressure. All eyes will be on whether this high-stakes meeting can reduce the tension or lead to further escalation. Still in international relations, Supreme Court clears way for Trump to use wartime law for deportation. The U.S. Supreme Court has cleared the way for President Donald Trump to use a 1798 wartime law, the Alien Enemies Act, to deport alleged Venezuelan gang members. The controversial law which has not been used in decades, allow the president to remove individuals from the U.S. without standard legal processes, claiming they pose a national security threat. While the court ruled in favor of the administration, it emphasized that deportees must be given the opportunity to challenge their removal in court. The ruling has sparked intense debate, with the ACLU and right groups demanding more due process, while Trump hails it as a victory for securing the nation's borders. In entertainment, Blondie drummer Clem Buck passes away. Blondie drummer Clem Buck, described as the heartbeat of the iconic band, has passed away, leaving behind a legacy that shaped rock music for generations. Known for his energy, talent, and powerful drumming, Buck played a crucial role in the band's success from their first album in 1976 to their top charting hits like Heart of Glass, Call Me, and Rapture. Inducted into Rock and Rock Hall of Fame in 2006, Buck's influence stretched far beyond his drumming, helping define Blondie's distinctive sound. The band's statement praised him not only as a drummer, but as a pivotal force behind their music. In recent years, Buck reflected on his band's journey and the enduring impact of their archives, a testimony to his lasting legacy. Now in sports, British basketball at crisis point. British basketball is in turmoil as a battle for control of the sport intensifies. John Amaechi, former NBA player and outspoken critic, has called the 9 Super League basketball clubs a cartel and accused them of squandering talent due to poor management. This comes amid escalating legal proceedings between the clubs and the British Basketball Federation over the federation's controversial 15-year agreement with an American consortium to operate a new professional league. Meanwhile, a referee strike and a racism controversy within the Sheffield Sharks have further complicated matters. With financial instability, a lack of player support, and fractured leadership, British basketball's future is uncertain, raising questions about whether the sport can recover from its internal crisis. That concludes our global news updates for today. Stay tuned for more global news and developments. Thanks for joining us. I am Ojarome Okocha. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day.